Hello, another video. First of all, thank you, my 3 viewers. I'm so glad that you watch this. And thank you, Mr. Smiley Face. You are the one who decided to send me money. I hope you are not poor like me. I hope you have a nice job, and I hope that those $5 didn't change anything for you. And they changed something for me, which is that now I am able to buy some firewood. This video is about my worst delivery experience in the job that I hate. And it happened like in the winter. It was after Christmas, like a few days after Christmas, and it was the worst experience that I have ever had during my work. And I considered not working ever again, but of course I had to work in the same job, of course, and I did that, and now I am here talking about what happened. So let me just describe the scene. I'm I'm cold as fuck, I'm delivering food, and there's this big building with many apartments, and I'm just doing my job, and I think, yep, I'm here, I have just arrived. And it was winter, it was cold, it was snowy, and I didn't want to wait outside for the customer. There were no notes, no clear notes what to do when I arrive. So I just go in. I go into the building. And once I enter the building, the gate was open though. And once I enter the building, some woman starts to scream at me, and it's all right. It's understandable. Like, people are angry these days for whatever reasons, and I just stand there and watch. I just absorb whatever happens, and I see some really annoyed woman yells at me the moment I entered her territory, and she just comes closer and closer, and she says in Russian, she says, "Уходите отсюда," which means go there, go away. And I don't really know Russian language that well, but I can say some words, but at that point I forgot any language at all. All languages that I know just disappeared because I was left speechless. She came to me and she started pushing me, and I said, relax, it's okay, I'm here to deliver food, I'm not gonna hurt you. And I just couldn't speak. All I managed to get out of me was words like, relax, it's okay. But it annoyed her. It annoyed her more, and she started pushing more, and I started resisting more because I was annoyed as well. I was just shocked. Yeah, that's the right word. I was shocked. And I was also I could feel my adrenaline pumping in my blood, and I was like, man, fuck this bitch. And I didn't move anywhere. she didn't made me want to move at all. She made me want to stay there and show her that it's not okay to talk to people like that. And whatever she wanted me to do, I just immediately didn't want to do it, which was leaving the area. So I didn't do it. And she started like freaking out, and she was pushing me and she couldn't. And then she started slamming my head. And man, she was like 35, maybe 40 years old. I'm 20, 26, soon I will be 27. I'm just standing there and man, what the fuck is happening, you know? I'm getting slammed in the head by some angry Russian woman who, she was clearly not having any dick at all. So she was freaking out, probably because of that. But also because I wasn't following, obeying. I wasn't obeying her orders. So, like, it was error in her head. Like, probably she was like going, why isn't this man following my orders? And what I'm supposed to do now? Okay, I'll just slam his head. And she really believed it was the right decision. And okay, I respect that. No, I don't really. But I was like, okay, just, yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you have to do. I'm just gonna stand here while you calm down. And then she started like backing up and locking me into the area. She locked the gates and she said, okay, I had enough. You're not going anywhere. You're not leaving. And I still have food in my bag. And I'm just looking around, where is the customer? And I see the customer. He is watching this whole thing on his balcony. And I'm like, oh my God, just take the food and let me leave. Just come down, take the food, let me leave. I just want to get out of here. And also I don't want to like lose the argument with this woman, but I had to. I said, okay, I'm gonna like go outside. And I went, like she opened the gate for me, thankfully. And she was still like yelling, but I got out. Maybe I think I opened the gate, I don't remember, but like I got out somehow. And she let me out. Okay, thank you for letting me out. But she was like mentioning cops, and she was like trying me to get arrested or something. And I was standing there and like waiting for the customer to come down. And I didn't really want to like be involved in like this. And I didn't want to meet police at all. I didn't want to speak with police. I didn't want to like give my documents to police. And yeah, that's what I try to avoid doing if I can. I had no problem with that, but like I had more jobs to do, right? But I was standing there and filming her. And of course, when I started filming, she stopped hitting me, but she was still yelling. And I was asking her, why do you do this? Why you don't let me do my job? And she was yelling something in Russian, and I couldn't understand. And yeah, the client came down and took his food and didn't say a word. and I just I stood there for a while when the client left, and I filmed her a bit more, and I decided it's enough, and I just left, and she was like talking to her friend or the police, I don't know. She said to me that I had to wait for the police is coming, and I believe she didn't call the police. She was just calling her friend and like being super aggressive to me, and trying to get like other people involved, like her friend, and explaining to her friend what a evil man that I am, that I just went into her territory, and like, bitch, this is like, many people live here. It's not your private territory. It's an apartment building, like at least 20 people live there, and they all might have visitors. And what will you do if like your neighbor will have some visitor coming in? Will you yell at him and hit him in the face like that? No, it was because I had this uniform, because I was someone that she had bad experiences with, or she just hates. Yeah, I had this food delivery uniform, and yeah, it's understandable that like people might hate on it because it's relates, it associates with like immigrants, and people are like not friendly with immigrants for some reason. And okay, I try to understand it as best as I can, but I still just couldn't. And my mother knows Russian, and she saw the video, and she told me that this woman was furious because she was robbed before, or something happened before, so now she's like extra cautious, and she's not letting anyone in. And my mother told me that it was the best decision to leave and not to escalate. And I wish I could be like more understandable with her, and leave the territory or like immediately, right before, like before she was angry. I wish I could like avoid that and avoid upsetting her, because I don't want to upset people. If I had known that she will get angry, if I knew that, I would figure something out. I would probably call the customer and tell him that I'm not allowed inside, which is understandable sometimes, but you could tell that politely, you know. If she told me this politely, I would leave immediately. Like, for example, imagine if she came up to me and said, "Hello, how are you? I see you are doing your job, but we recently had some issues with strangers coming into this area, and I would appreciate if you wait outside." And it would be so understandable if she told me the situation like that. But she had to like react and be super protective about her apartment building area or whatever. Man, these people are like, I try to understand them, but I couldn't. I wish I could. Maybe you can help. Thanks for watching.